You came here because something in you refuses to die quietly. Something in you is sick of waiting. Something in you, though beaten, doubted, distracted, dismissed, still burns with the conviction that your life was meant to be more than this. Let me tell you something eternal. You are not broken. You are simply buried beneath layers of noise, self-neglect, and inherited limitation. But that ends now. Because for the next 6 months, I will train your mind as if your destiny depends on it. Because it does. If you listen to my voice, if you stay with me, if you refuse to flinch, I will give you the blueprint. Not for survival, not for coping, but for dominion. The next 6 months are not about adding more tasks to your calendar. They are about burning the lies you've been living under and building a mind that commands results. So, listen carefully. This video is not a motivational speech. This is a weapon. Use it as such. Month 1, mental reset. Burn the old blueprint. We begin by doing the thing the average man avoids until his final breath. We burn the old self. You don't need more knowledge. You need courage to unlearn. Unlearn the excuses. Unlearn the identity you were handed by a world that doesn't know your power. Unlearn the subtle, poisonous voice in your mind that whispers, be realistic, be safe, settle down. Because the man or woman who walks into month 2 with the same old self intact has already failed, and I don't train failures. So here's what you will do. You will take a blank piece of paper today and write these words across the top. This is who I no longer am. Then you will name your weakness. Name your distractions. Name the behaviors that have robbed you of time, clarity, and belief. And when you've finished, you will read them aloud, and then burn the page. This is your declaration of war against your former self. Now write a new page. Write your definite chief aim. Not a vague wish, not a feel-good affirmation, but the one aim that, if achieved, would pull every area of your life upward. Write it in ink. Read it every morning. And if you forget, start over. Because month 1 is not about comfort. It is about confrontation. You are confronting a mind that has drifted for too long, a life lived half awake. And if that doesn't scare you into action, then you are not yet hungry enough to be here. But if your pulse is rising now, if something in you is standing taller, then listen closely. This month's directive is simple. Destroy the past version of you. Write it. Speak it. Burn it. And then speak your new aim every day until your voice becomes conviction. Now pause this video. Save it. Bookmark it. Return in 30 days. Only if you have completed your directive. Month 2 will not welcome the undisciplined. It will break you if you're unprepared, so I'll say this once. Get ready. Month 2, discipline and daily power. Build the habit that builds you. If month 1 was the fire that destroyed your former self, month 2 is the forge. Now you build the weapon, and that weapon is discipline. Let me make this plain. You do not need more motivation. You need rhythm. You need rituals. You need to command your days like a general commands an army. Because here's what the world won't tell you. The average man is not defeated by his enemies. He is defeated by his mornings. If you do not control the first 90 minutes of your day, your mind belongs to the world. So this month, I demand that you claim your power before the world pollutes it. You will rise early. You will wake up on purpose, not by accident. No snooze button, no scrolling, no negotiation. The first 90 minutes are yours. Guard them like your future depends on them, because it does. You will begin with silence. Sit with your aim. Speak it out loud. Then move, walk, train, breathe. Bring the body into alignment with the mind's new identity. And when the excuses show up, and they will, you will meet them not with softness, but with ritual. Because greatness is not born from feeling inspired. It's born from doing the right thing, especially when you don't feel like it. I will tell you something few dare admit. Discipline is the highest form of self-love. When you command yourself, when you rise early and move with intent, you are not being hard on yourself. You are honoring the life force within you that refuses to die asleep. So this month, build one ritual, one sacred, immovable habit that begins your day in alignment with your aim. It can be 5 minutes or 50. What matters is that it is non-negotiable. This is not about productivity hacks. This is about becoming the kind of person whose very presence radiates direction. Your mind doesn't trust you yet, but it will, and when it does, the world will follow. Directive: design a daily ritual. Execute it every single day for 30 days. Never miss twice. Record it, track it, become it. Save this video now. You will need to return when that ritual has been carved into your bones. Month 3 is about belief, and belief only rises in those who act with consistency. You're not just changing your schedule, you're changing your soul. Don't stop now. Month 3, build unshakable belief, train your mind to obey your vision. You've burned the old blueprint, you've built the daily ritual. Now comes the most invisible battle of them all, belief. Not the kind of belief that flickers in the wind of doubt. I'm talking about unshakable conviction, the kind that turns thoughts into thrones and dreams into dominion. Because make no mistake, your belief, or the lack of it, is shaping your destiny. You see, men don't rise to the level of their dreams. They rise or fall to the level of their identity. And identity is built through repetition, through evidence. So this month, I want you to collect proof, not just from books, not just from ideas, but from your own actions. You must become your own reason to believe. You say you want greatness. Fine. Prove it. Speak differently. Move differently. Decide faster. Say no to what no longer serves you. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you whisper to your mind, we are no longer who we used to be. Do this long enough, and the whispers become commands. But doubt? Doubt is a weed. It grows in the absence of daily self-leadership. You will not defeat it with affirmations alone. You defeat it by becoming a walking affirmation. This month, I want you to write a statement, not a hope, a declaration. It must begin with these words: I am the kind of person who... Then fill in the gap with the actions, beliefs, and identity you are claiming. Read it every morning. Read it when the doubt creeps in. Read it until you become it. Directive: write your personal declaration of identity. Read it out loud every day. Match your actions to your words. Track every win, no matter how small, as proof that you are becoming who you said you'd be. Save this chapter. Replay it every time the old voice whispers lies. Because next month, we make the leap from belief to strategy. You'll learn how to plan like a general and move like a storm, but only if you believe you're worthy of commanding your life. And I know you are. Month 4, strategic execution, command your days like a general at war. This is the month where dreams meet discipline and become destiny. You've laid the foundation. You've built the belief. Now it's time to move with strategy, because raw effort is not enough. A lion charging in circles never becomes king. You must aim your energy. You must structure your movements. You must stop mistaking busyness for progress. This is where most men fail. They start strong. They grind hard, but they lack a system. And without a system, even fire turns to ash. So this month, I want you to become a master of the 3 domains: your time, your energy, and your attention. You will plan your week like a commander mapping a battlefield. Every day must begin with intention. What are your top 3 outcomes? What must move forward, no matter what? Do not wait for the world to give you clarity. You dictate your terms to the day. I want you to end each evening with a 5-minute debrief. Ask yourself, what did I win today? What did I learn? Where did I hesitate? This is not about perfection. It's about pattern recognition. You're training your subconscious to prioritize the mission. You're forging a mind that refuses to drift. Listen to me. The successful are not more talented than you. They are simply more organized in their aggression. They don't wonder what to do. They decide. They don't react. They preempt. You can have vision, you can have fire, but without a structure to hold it, it all collapses. This month is where you cement the climb. Directive. Block your time. Design your week every Sunday night. Identify the top 3 outcomes for each day. Journal your progress nightly. Execute with surgical precision. This is your moment to stop being a dreamer and start becoming a builder. Save this segment. Mark this chapter. Because month 5, that's where you break the ceiling you didn't know was there. You've been climbing the mountain. Next month, you become the mountain. Month 5, embody the peak identity. Become the person success is looking for. This is the month where everything changes, because this is the month where you stop chasing and start attracting. You've burned the old story. You've built structure and belief. You've executed with clarity and fire. Now it's time to embody the version of yourself who doesn't just dream success, but expects it. I don't mean arrogance, I mean alignment. You become a magnet for everything you once thought was beyond you, not because the world suddenly changed, but because you did. Understand this. The highest version of yourself already exists. He's not a fantasy. He's a frequency. And every thought you think, every word you speak, every boundary you enforce, every risk you take, you either rise toward him or you drift away. This month, you ask a new question. What would the peak version of me do? And then you do it. No hesitation, no permission slips, no more proving, just being. You show up as him before the world believes you are him. And in time, the world will have no choice but to agree. You change your posture. You master your inner voice. You walk with clarity, speak with certainty, act with resolve. That's the energy that pulls your future into your present, not through magic, but through magnetic consistency. Directive. Each morning, visualize your peak identity. Dress, speak, act, and decide as if you already are that person. Rewire your habits, language, and self-talk to match. Journal the shifts. Celebrate alignment. Bookmark this month. Replay it anytime you feel yourself shrinking, doubting, drifting. Because next, we close the 6-month arc. And I will not lie to you. It's the hardest part. It's the month where you face the temptation to stop. But if you stay with me, I will teach you how to never fall back again. Month 6. Anchor the identity. Lead the mission with unshakable fire. This is it, the final ascent, the edge of the old life, the beginning of the legacy. And this is where most people quietly walk back down the mountain. They tell themselves they've done enough. They feel a taste of power and settle for comfort. Not you. You didn't come this far to almost become who you were born to be. You came to finish the rebirth. Month 6 is not about more effort. It's about integration. It's about anchoring who you've become so deeply into your nervous system that slipping back becomes impossible. Because the truth is, there is no back. That version of you is gone. Ashes on the floor, smoke in the wind. But here's what will try to remain: your old temptations, your distractions, the subtle seduction of mediocrity. This month, I need you to be ruthless. I need you to ritualize your new identity, to make it automatic, to make it inescapable. This is where you lead, not just in your home or your business, but in your mind. You lead yourself first. You lead your mornings, your emotions, your impulses, your destiny. Because no army can defeat a man who already commands himself. You spent 5 months transforming your inner world. Now, you declare it permanent. This is the line in the sand. Directive: choose a ritual that anchors your power daily: a walk, a cold plunge, a meditation, a workout, a visualization. Stack your mornings with purpose. Create a weekly ritual to reflect and refine. Speak your new standard out loud and never betray it. Bookmark this month. Play it again whenever you feel the drift. And above all, lead. because there are people watching you now, people whose futures will rise or fall depending on your example, people who need you to own your fire. You are no longer trying, you are embodying. No more seeking permission, no more waiting for proof. The 6 months are complete, but the mission has just begun. Listen to me. If you've come this far, you already know something most people never will. Your life does not change by accident. It changes when you commit to a new standard and refuse to look back. This wasn't just a plan. It was a rebirth. Month by month, you burned what was false, built what was missing, and became what was waiting inside you all along. But don't let this be just another video. Save it, return to it, replay the months, re-anchor the rituals, reignite the fire. Because transformation is never a one-time event, it's a daily decision. And the man who decides once is inspired, but the man who decides every day becomes unbreakable. This is your call to self-mastery, to never again shrink, stall, or second-guess your path, because you're no longer chasing success and you're commanding it. Now rise. Take everything you've learned and build the life that only you were born to lead. The next 6 months, they don't belong to chance. They belong to you. The world makes way for those who dare to rise. Click the Rise button now to subscribe and claim the destiny waiting for you. Your time is now.